When you spend months predicting a massive, overwhelming red wave where you say Republicans are going to win everything and they're going to win everything easily, and then it doesn't happen, you have to start figuring out who do you blame. And the Republican Party is floating the idea of blaming Donald Trump. Increasingly over the last 12 or so hours, 12 to 16 hours since we started getting results in the midterms, Republicans have been slamming Trump for the election disaster, which will at best be a red ripple. The red wave is gone. The question now becomes, does this in any way impact Donald Trump's plans to announce for 2024? There has been a dramatic shift in the betting markets in terms of who who bettors believe will be the eventual Republican nominee. Let's take it step by step. And we actually go to Fox News articles for this. Fox News article published early this morning. Conservatives point finger at Trump after Republicans' underwhelming election results. He's never been weaker. Many conservatives say Tuesday's election shows it's time to move on from Trump. This is a quote from Michael Brendan Doherty, a senior writer at the National Review. All the chatter on my conservative and Republican channels is rage at Trump like I've never seen. The one guy he attacked before Election Day was DeSantis, the clear winner. Meanwhile, all his guys are essing the bed. Real Clear Politics reporter Phil Wegman says Republican source tells me after tonight, with Trump candidates underperforming and DeSantis winning by double digits, 2024 is a free-for-all. Everybody in the water. If you want to take on Trump, he's never been weaker. Anecdotal tweets. One user, Max Nordau. Carrie Lake over Karen Robson. Doug Mastriano over Lou Barletta. Mehmet Oz over Dave McCormick. J.R. Majewski. Trump's big November 15 announcement should be an endorsement of Ron DeSantis for 2024. We can do better. The Reagan Battalion. Time to move on from Trump. If DeSantis in Florida wildly overperforms all the hand-picked and Trump-supported Republicans in other swing districts, particularly if they lose, well then, gosh, that is going to be a fascinating new narrative that will be commented upon by positively no one. Another Fox News article, Trump blasted across media spectrum over Republicans' midterms performance. Bigger loser tonight. Remember, we spoke last week with Angelo Carasone. And Angelo Carasone agreed with my perspective on Fox, Trump, and Republicans 2024. They're not abandoning Trump yet, but they are setting up an escape hatch, an eject button, call it what you will, wherein they are starting to seed interviews with voters saying, I kind of like DeSantis over Trump. They are starting to publish articles about others are saying Trump's time may have come and gone. Let's look at a little bit of this article. As the midterm results rolled in and the red wave long hoped for had not materialized, many pundits and journalists pointed their fingers at Trump. Former Obama campaign strategist David Plouffe on MSNBC said, I think you have to say Donald Trump has now presided over two disastrous midterms. Given the history of presidents in power, Democrats controlling all of Washington, inflation, this should have been a much stronger night for Republicans. A bunch of reasons for that, but at the top of them is Donald Trump. He's deeply unpopular. He supported a bunch of horrible Senate candidates who may end up coughing up the football here. MSNBC's Chris Hayes said Republicans ascribe to Trump a totemic power he does not have. He screwed his own power. He's unpopular. He screwed you today. Screwed you. It's not the full story, but it is part of the story. And the sooner you dump him, the better it is for the Republican Party and American democracy. ABC's Jonathan Karl said it was unclear who would control Congress, but Trump is the GOAT. And not the greatest of all time. Quote, what I can tell you is the biggest loser tonight is Donald Trump. On CNN, conservative commentator Scott Jennings offered another blunt analysis, saying, quote, there's a potential narrative out of this night that if you're a discerning Republican voter trying to figure out the future direction of the party, we once again learned Trump is not a national winner for the Republicans, but DeSantis may be the next evolution of someone who can marry what you like about Trump, but recover some people that went away from the party during Trump. We'll link to these articles and you can read all the quotes. Okay. We don't yet have all the results, but it's not looking particularly good. I'm going to show you a stunning number. For months and months and months, Trump has either been leading the betting markets for 2024 Republican nominee or tied with Ron DeSantis. Months and months and months and months. This is not a poll, okay? This is people bet. Who do you believe will be the Republican nominee? Over the last few hours, Ron DeSantis has built the biggest lead in the betting markets that he has had this election cycle. When you ask people to bet on the question, who will win the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, the leader is now Ron DeSantis. The way this works is these are betting contracts. So with DeSantis, you have to put up 41 cents to win $1 if it's DeSantis. Whereas with Trump, you only have to put up 33 cents to win $1. The idea being, the more you have to put up to win $1, the more likely an outcome it is. We have not seen these numbers at any point. It is the weakest that Trump has been in years. And the next question is, does this change Trump's plan to announce his candidacy on Tuesday? One of our sponsors is Monk Pack, making amazing granola bars and the nut and seed bars that are chewy, sweet, and delicious. But I especially love them because each bar has only 1 gram of sugar, 2 to 3 net carbs, and about 150 calories. Perfect if you do keto or low carb, or like me, you're just trying to stay conscious about sugar intake. You get the satisfying, crunchy, salty, sweet experience you were looking for without the sugar. Monk Pack comes in flavors like sea salt dark chocolate, caramel sea salt. They launched 2 new flavors, which are great, peanut butter cocoa chip and dark chocolate cocoa. I keep Monk Pack granola bars and nut and seed bars in the pantry at all times. They're great on the go for a quick snack while you're working. If you don't love them as much as I and our team do, Monk Pack will refund all of your money or exchange the product, whichever you prefer. Go to monkpack.com and you'll get 20% off your first order with the code PACMAN at checkout. The link is down below.